Today, for best in the world every day, I'm having an amazing meal. This is my first meal of the day, my breakfast and lunch. I'm having egg wraps, as you can see, with 4 eggs, um, some American mild cheddar cheese, tomatoes, onions, and peppers, as well as white rice with halal goat karai as well. Like I said, this is very healthy, very tasty, correct quantity. It has a lot of protein from the halal goat karai, as well as a lot of protein from the eggs, a good amount of carbohydrates from the white rice and white skinny bread. Like overall, like I said, it has to be high protein, moderate to low carbohydrates, low sugar, low fat. And this is prepared by my executive chef, who's my mother. He gets these ingredients fresh for me and my father every day and makes them with exceptional execution and care every day. Looking forward to getting started. Temperature is great. That's crucial for the first bite. And for my overall health, which is my physical health, which consists of all my body parts, all my muscles, all my bones, my heart, and my brain, there's three components to maintain that and grow that every day. And the first and most important is diet, what I eat every single day, and the quality of what I eat. Um, Sleep, how much I sleep, and the quality of my sleep, and exercise, how much I exercise, and the quality of my exercise. And the most important is diet, what I eat every single day, the quality of what I eat, and just as important is the correct quantity. And this really complements my lifestyle, personally and for business, where I'm a business owner, a chief executive officer, an investor, where I have invested and managed my Ethereum investment since 2017. It's absolutely critical for my lifestyle to have overall, my overall health to be perfect every day, and having a perfect diet from my executive chef, who's my mother. I guess he's, makes this exceptional execution, perfection every day, really complements it. Cooking methods are crucial for best in the world every day. You gotta have um, the right machine, oven, stovetop, grill, air fryer. The exact oils have to be very healthy, very tasty, correct quantity. It has to be, prepared with exceptional execution and precision every day. And like I said, how my executive chef does it, my mother, for me and my father every single day, it's absolutely perfect and complements my lifestyle. As a Deloitte alum and senior consultant in business strategy, business controls, and SOX strategy, which is business strategy for the entire company from executive levels to lower levels, and entire business areas, business processes, anything related to managing and growing a business every day and long term, as well as world-class business ethics every day and long term. And I've had the opportunity to be a senior consultant at the largest companies related to the technology industry in the world, including Meta, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and Intuit that owns TurboTax, Credit Karma, and QuickBooks. And they do business worldwide. They have offices worldwide, and most of the executives are inside the Palo Alto, California area. and there's no need for me to, fly every week from Houston, Texas to Palo Alto, California. So you can pretty much do, most of your work, business work over, video calls, video conferencing, business video meetings to get your work done, as well as written communication, and as well as business lunches, business breakfast, business dinners. You can do them over a video call, video conferencing. For me, it really enhances my dining experience. Being a business owner, chief executive officer, investor, it's a nice break in my day. I get to enjoy a perfect meal that, really complements my lifestyle and my overall health, and as well as have a business meeting. As you can see, the egg wraps have a good amount of vegetables and a really good amount of eggs, which make it a very healthy, very tasty, correct quantity. You want to have the high protein to carbohydrate ratio has to be on the upside of protein, as well as the nutrients from the mild cheddar cheese and all the five types of vegetables as well. It has to be perfect like that. I've also worked at Kayak and Open Table in Stamford, Connecticut, in the greater New York City area, which is owned by Booking Holdings, and Booking.com is where the global headquarters are at. And now I worked in SOX strategy and business control, which is business strategy for the entire company from executive level to lower levels. And you understand all business areas, everything related to managing and growing a business every day and long term, as well as, world-class business ethics every day and long term. And I've had the opportunity, obviously, a lot of recommendations and analysis, and really understand, the dining. Like I said, Kayak is the Google search of the travel industry, and Open Table is the global leader inside dining reservations with restaurants worldwide that offer, exceptional service and food. And they focus on reservations, which are similar to like having a meeting. When you go to a restaurant, they know I'm coming. They know what I like to eat there. Any seating preferences, who I'm coming with, all that. So it's, it's a little more formal, and it's a better dining experience as well. And like I said, I've had the opportunity to pretty much go to any restaurant I want inside Cross Creek Ranch, Fulshire, Texas, Katy, Texas area, Houston, Texas area, pretty much the entire United States, where I've lived, worked, as well as for business and personal reasons. And like I said, there's nothing better than an executive chef experience, how my mother does it every day for me and my father, for very tasty, very healthy, correct quantity. Like I really enjoy going to restaurants. I get exceptional service. You can get cuisine from any country I want. It's a nice dining experience, a change of scenery as well, a nice outing. But if you want very healthy, very tasty, correct quantity every day, there's nothing better than what I'm doing right now. I've earned elite statuses at the most recognized and exceptional resorts, hotel companies in the world, including Hilton Worldwide Hotel and Resorts, where I'm a diamond member in status, lifetime diamond member in status, which is mainly for the Waldorf Astoria hotels and resorts brand, as well as Marriott International Hotel and Resorts. I've earned a lifetime gold elite status, which is mainly for the Ritz-Carlton, hotel and resorts brand. And whenever I travel, I can also take my executive chef with me, and I can eat my food, prepared there as well. I can obviously enjoy the restaurants there and nearby, but if I want to, eat every day, very healthy, very tasty, correct quantity, I can, take it when I travel as well. I can obviously, eat. I really enjoy my dining table, but I can eat, wherever I like. I can eat at my house, apartment, office, swimming pool, patio, park, really anywhere I want. I can just, take my executive chef with me and bring my food as well. And, change up the scenery, change up the dining table whenever I want as well. So it's very accessible for that as well. Right now inside Full Shear, Texas, it's pretty hot. It's about 95 degrees. So it's nice to be indoors, enjoy some air conditioning. Egg wraps were absolutely delicious. High amount of protein, moderate to low carbs, low fat, low sugar. Very tasty, very healthy, correct quantity. Off to my next dish. This is going to be the halal goat karai and the white rice. There has to be a good amount of protein with the halal goat meat, as well as the shorba, which has a lot of nutrients for me as well and helps makes the whole dish wet and moist, where I can taste the food. And just it's easier to eat and it's adds more flavor as well to the white rice. Looking forward to getting started. Recommend mixing it all together. You can taste, everything one bite at a time. This is a Pakistani American classic, the halal goat karai, which is a halal goat meat with a very tasty shorba as well, which has vegetables such as tomatoes, onions, and it's liquid as well. It's I wouldn't say it's anything like a broth, but it's got a lot of flavor as well, and makes it very wet and moist. And it's very good when you mix it with the rice, the white rice. It adds flavor to the white rice and enhances the dining experience. Great temperature. It's crucial for the first bite. With the halal goat meat, you gotta watch out for the bones. You gotta take the meat out and then make sure you don't put any bones in my mouth. I received the best business education in the United States of America at a private liberal arts university where I received a full-time scholarship offer and learned everything related to business, all business subjects, including accounting, economics, and all business subjects, as well as business management and leadership. And in a private liberal arts education, there's an intensive focus on reading, writing, and verbal presentations, which is certainly beneficial for the business, corporate world, and especially for me being a business owner, chief executive officer, and investor. All this, having great reading, writing, and verbal presentations complements the business education I received as well. And I was able to, at 18 years old, I was able to receive a job offer at Deloitte in the Chicago office. And I also build upon with graduate education at elite, world-renowned universities as well for business education as a full-time graduate, Master's of Business Administration student in person on the university campuses at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, University of Rochester in Rochester, New York, and Rice University in suburban Houston, Texas. And in particular for Rice University, I received four admission offer letters with merit scholarships at four different times, multiple years. As If you look up Rice University, it's the most competitive university by far in the state of Texas, as well as comparable to any a university in the United States of America. So it's a great achievement for me as well. And like I said, only business education can only complements my lifestyle as a business owner, chief executive officer, and investor. And these are all full-time graduate programs. As an in-person student on the university campus, it's a whole different full-time graduate degree compared to any part-time or online programs. It's a whole different admission process and degree. The halal goat and the halal goat karai, as you can see right here, right here, it's absolutely crucial for this dish. It makes it very healthy, very tasty, Quani. With all the protein you get, it really makes it way healthier. If you're just eating, a plate of white rice with some shorba, that's definitely not best in the world every day. You need to have the halal goat meat with it. Halal goat karai adds a lot of flavor to the rice, nutrients, some vegetables, as well as the protein from the halal goat meat. You can eat this every day as well. And my executive chef, my mother gives me, a different meal every day, changes it up. I mean, I can eat it's a very tasty, very healthy, correct quantity. I could eat the same thing a lot. But with an executive chef such as my mother, how she prepares with exceptional execution and care, we like to change up, the dishes. The halal goat meat from the halal goat karai, it's very soft, which is great for my teeth. If you want a perfect smile like mine, you shouldn't be. Obviously, this is a meal you can see with silverware, but if you want to bite with the front of your teeth, it can damage them. And so this is very soft meat, which is very good for my teeth. Obviously, it has to be cooked perfectly to be this soft. It's very important that I don't drink any beverage, even water. I drink the best water, the Dasani water bottles during my meal when I'm eating my food. I can drink before and after. But if you want to really understand what I'm eating, the quality of what I'm eating, you shouldn't mix any beverage while you're eating. Definitely not a cold beverage like a Coca-Cola Zero. You should just focus on what you're eating. And like I said, for diet, you really have to understand the quality of what you're eating. And in order, and you don't have any beverage mixing while you're eating, you can really taste the quality of your food, understand it, and you want to make sure you enjoy it as well. If you ever watched the hot dog eating contest in the United States, Throughout the whole process, they're drinking water at a rapid speed multiple times throughout the whole thing. They're pretty much just tasting the water. They're not even tasting their hot dog. So, like I said, if you want to eat, best in the world every day, controlled pace, you gotta, just enjoy your food, taste the quality of it. You don't want to be chugging water and eating hot dogs. Even in water, it can pretty much, it will change the flavor of all the food. You won't even be able to taste, especially a cold water. You're not going to be able to taste what you're eating. Like I said, they're not even tasting the hot dog. They're tasting the water. Important to eat at a controlled pace as well. And, obviously having a business meeting really complements my dining experience. And I can also obviously having a business meeting as well. So it's more at a controlled pace I'm eating, which is good for my overall health. Absolutely delicious. The halal goat karai with the white rice and shorba. It's very tasty, very healthy, correct quantity. Absolutely delicious. And then for my overall health, which is my physical health, which consists of all my body parts, all my muscles, all my bones, my heart, and my brain. There's three components: diet, sleep, and exercise. And diet kind of dictates every day how much I want to sleep, how much I want to exercise. And for exercise, for with all my analysis, I believe push-ups are the best exercise. I was a former NCAA collegiate athlete as a wide receiver position on the American football team. And I've had the opportunity to do a lot of high duration, high intensity training programs inside weight rooms, fitness centers, gyms, pretty much throughout my life, as well as a lot of outdoor fitness, sprinting, running, jumping. And there's nothing better for myself and for a human than to do the push-up exercise on a regular and even everyday basis. Like it works my entire body from my lower body, uh, lower calves, my whole lower body, my whole abdominals, my whole upper body, my whole back. Works pretty much every muscle. And you can do this, like I said, you can do this I should try to do this for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes on repetition sets for a long duration, depending on how much water I drink with my Dasani water bottles. Keeps me hydrated while I drink as well. Um, and it's very, like I said, it very complements my lifestyle being a business owner, chief executive officer, investor. It's very efficient, very effective. I can pretty much do this anywhere at the office, the house, clubhouse, swimming pool, patio, park, pretty much any fitness center, gym. You need to have an extra thick Pilates mat, extra thick yoga mat. That's what they're called when I purchase them. And obviously comfortable flat flooring, and then you can pretty much do this anywhere. And even more important, this is leisure fitness. I've done all types of workouts, way too much group fitness, and there's nothing better than leisure fitness when you're doing push-up exercise for me. And I think, like I said, for myself and for a human, if you look at the last 100 years of testing, fitness. The number one metric is push-ups, and will be for the next 100 years. And this isn't a maximum amount you can do in one set. This is about doing repetition sets for a long duration, occupations that require, elite, fitness for long duration, elite overall health, which is my physical health for long duration, such as what I do as a business owner, chief executive officer, investor. I plan to do this for 30, 40, 50 years. So you need to have, elite fitness, overall health, which is my physical health, all my body parts, all my muscles, all my bones, heart and brain. Um, there's nothing better than doing push-ups every day for occupations like that for long duration. It's very effective, very efficient. I'll be doing, I try to do once a week for Best in the World every day. I do a push-up exercise workout where I'll show exactly how I do the push-ups and explain all the benefits and insights from doing push-ups from all my analysis over the years. And I'm looking forward to my afternoon. It was an absolutely amazing meal. Best in the world every day. Have a great afternoon.